And niggas need to really start to condition and prioritize their health. If you need a honey pack in your 20s, bro, I feel so bad for you when you turn 40.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas too young to be needing a honey pack. Like, for real.
Yeah, bro.
And especially, like, the fat-ass niggas who, like, big boy season and shit like that. And I get, man, I know some big guys who are in shape. But let's call it what it is. Them niggas probably somewhere playing professional ball. Your fat ass ain't conditioned to do nothing but put a fork to your mouth, like, for real. And over time, man, it is gonna wear on you for real. And I feel like I told you just a few seconds ago, but like the only way to get most men to really start to prioritize their health and wellness and conditioning their bodies and shit like that is to really make them draw that direct connection to their sexual performance, to their overall health, bro.
In a society where traditional gender roles are evolving, how do you maintain your sense of identity as an alpha male while also supporting gender equality?
So, maintaining identity as an alpha in a society of evolving gender roles. One, my identity ain't attached to society and its evolving norms. You get caught up in worldly things and worldly values with the way that they're evolving, man. You're gonna be chasing your tail like a puppy out here, for real. So I pride myself on having a community of accountability around me. I maintain that by having in that community guys who I can see myself in, whether it's past, present, or future versions of myself to help guide and mentor me forward. But biggest thing is, man, not getting caught up in worldly shit, like, for real. Because one day they might be co-signing some lame ass shit, and then another day they demonizing that same shit because somebody else demonized it. So I think that the world is full of followers. Yeah. And as the great Nip say, man, if the real ain't following that shit and fucking with it, then I ain't fucking with it either. Like, can't co-sign everything. I support women growing and evolving and taking on these roles in society, but even them, I think that they're getting tired of having to accept such masculine roles and shit like that, which is why you see women now with, I'm ready to get my soft girl era and shit like that. They tired too, fam. You know what I mean? They been caught up in the worldly shit for a while, trying to be a strong black woman or, you know what I mean, shit like that. So I tired of that shit too, bro. I think that the real win in the end.
Most definitely.
And staying true to who you are, where you are in your journey, and once you identify as alpha or Shiva, as they call it, sometimes, man, once you identify as that, it ain't no other way of looking at things. For real. And so that's how I do it. I can see myself in the men around me, bro, and I don't get caught up in that bullshit.
No, for sure. No, you're exactly right, bro. Can't get caught up in the bullshit. Cause, yeah, bro. I feel like, especially in the podcast space, because I never identified myself as a alpha male, just because I felt like it got such a negative name, just in like the podcast space and just like everybody.
Yeah. The whole toxic masculinity
thing. But like just being around like the community, like you were saying, and just having a community of brothers where, you know what I'm saying, like y'all really made it plain to what an alpha male is. And I'm like, okay, like I really like, I rock with that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I feel like that space kind of messed it up for people, but that, and then also, I ain't gonna lie, reading this book, bro, The Way of the Superior Man, like, has helped me identify a lot between the masculine and the feminine, bro. And so, it's helping me, like, just dig deeper into that as well. You can't get caught up in the bullshit. I tell people all the time that social media and the real world are two totally different places,
Man.
bro. Like, you know
Night
what I'm
and day.
saying? Yeah, for sure. And so just like you said, people are followers nowadays, bro, and that's exactly what's going on. I feel like people hear somebody say something and it influences them and they want to roll with it too instead of thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I really been honing in on being a protector, provider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here lately, bro.
And ain't no wrong with that, bro.
Nah.
I mean,
And I think I seen a post on your story today, bro, and it was just talking about, you know what I'm saying, how it is just to be a broke man. Like, it's degrading, bro. And I've been there, and I feel so much better just not being in that space anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly where I need to be financially or all the way just as a man, you know what I'm saying? But I'm working on it, and I don't want to go back to where I was, you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, just... I feel like just standing strong, standing on 10, man. You know what I'm saying? And masculinity and not paying attention so much to what's going on. I'm not anti, you know what I'm saying, with the movement, you know what I'm saying, with the LGBT community, you know what I'm saying. I'm not anti anything, but I do want to build in my masculinity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
a lot of times niggas be scared to identify as alpha or masculine because sometimes one nigga think you damn near got to be a war hero to be considered alpha. That is not the case.
Yeah.
And then also, like you said, the negative connotation that comes with being an alpha or any type of man of value, calling yourself any type of man of value online now has become a whole subject in this podcasting space. And it's demonized a lot of times, but nothing about being masculine is toxic. I don't think that when women make comments like that around me, I immediately start trying to remember and identify how many healthy relationships do they have with men in their life. I mean, because I don't know a woman that grows up with her dad and her brothers and grew up with some type of order and structure like for real who would say that masculinity is toxic for real.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that people who grow up with the absence of masculinity demonize it and call it toxic because it does have a control mechanism. How you want me to protect and provide for something that I have no control and no say-so over?
Yeah.
And that say-so don't mean that I control your every movement, your whereabouts, and nothing like that, but it means that we have a certain amount of boundaries and respect for one another to where you understand that at the end of the day, we belong to one another. You know what I mean? And if you want me to be exemplary in my role, you want me to be great in my role for real, then to some extent, man, you have to be willing to listen and submit. Feel me? So
Yeah.
nothing about that is toxic. And you don't have to, a lot of times, man, we are scared to glorify being alpha. You know what I mean? We're scared to really sing like praises and being in that space for it because we are afraid, like I said, of what somebody may say or what may come behind it. But it takes a whole lot of fucking work to get into that space. I mean, and it takes a whole lot more work to maintain that space when you got so much fuck shit going on around.
Most
and
definitely.
It's easy to fall victim to the fuck shit.
Yeah.
You see everybody else co-signing it, so at that point it's normalized. You know what I mean? And so you even falling into it will, like, according to them, you still just as solid as them because they involved in it too, man. But you gotta separate yourself and put yourself above that shit, bro. So do not fall victim to the fuck shit. That is the biggest thing. And when you start to identify yourself in that alpha space, that mindset, when you okay with, all right, I get that society and women view me for how I can use my gifts to glorify, you know what I mean, woman and the world. I mean, so my value is attached to how much of an asset I can be. And ain't nothing wrong with you wanting to develop yourself more. So I see a lot of real niggas do fuck shit because it's been normalized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'll dismiss your partner over some bread that you owe him. I mean, because he done made you mad too. And according to everybody else, it's cool. You know? Like, niggas used to cut scrap, full blows, you know what I mean? Walk away, come back and be cool the next day. Now, you know what I mean, niggas can't take an ass whoop and they're ready to shoot you.
No, for real.
Me? And it could have been your partner, but he embarrassed now. You feel me? So, and again, bro, that shit is normalized.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it is.
Yeah, bro.
It is, bro. And I was just talking about that the other day, bro. Like, because, you know, I carry now, but...
Gotta carry.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, I was just kicking it for my birthday this weekend. I was just making sure, you know, people was walking back and forth, you know what I'm saying, just grabbing things from the apartment, going to the parking lot, shit like that. And I'm just outside just making sure everything cool. And, you know, my cousins, they was like, you carry? I'm like, yeah. Like, they ain't never really known me just to just be walking around like that. And I'm like, yeah, like, I don't care if this is a gated community or not. Like, I think I also seen you post, like, you don't choose when you need your gun. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
somebody else choose, and they let you know at the last second. Very last second. Okay.
Like, yeah, bro.
So,
yeah, bro.
I saw online, it was a meme, basically. Actually, it was a tweet. This girl had shared it, and then I saw it turned into a meme later. But she basically was saying being drunk is sassy as hell for a man because while you outside like that, all unaware and shit. And the first comment I saw on there was a dude in the comments like, niggas can't do anything. And I was like, no, really? Why are you... I mean, granted, we've all been there. We all been drunk as hell, you know what I mean, at some point, but at some point you got to grow up and you understand that to some extent you're responsible for the people around you.
Yeah.
Why are you the one that's drunk as hell? Like, I really just want your perspective on that, for real, because like you said, your birthday weekend, you out there just chilling with your people, and you ain't on point to the point where you ready to do something. It's just really just like, I want to make sure everybody who came out here to show me love make it back in the same condition that they live. You feel me?
Because I understand that they might not be as aware as I am, especially after drinking.
Most people not.
You know what I'm saying? Especially after drinking. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people sober don't be aware. So it's like, even after drinking, I know they're not really looking, you know what I'm saying, and just paying attention to what's going on, listening and hearing things, you know what I'm saying, noises, yelling, you know what I'm saying, conflict. Like, they not paying attention. But I used to be, bruh. I used to be lit, bruh.
Toe up,
like, toe up, bruh.
Toe up already.
It was plenty mornings when I used to wake up and I know how I got home. I used to have folks calling me from the club like, bruh, you was wilding last night. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I used to be that guy. But it just got to a point to where I didn't enjoy that no more, bruh. And it's just like, I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I didn't like that. Like, I don't like the confusion. I don't like the embarrassing stories that I'm hearing of me making a fool of myself, bruh. And it's like, people remember that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to step out again. I was taking pictures in the club. I was bartending, so people going to see me all the time. Yeah. So it's just like, just being out like that, bruh. It was just like, all right, I need to get my shit together. Like, for real. But like you said, it's just really just being on point and just being aware, because you never know what may go down in them spaces, bruh. And you need to be able to grab your people and make sure everybody good and get to where you need to get to, and just not falling all over the place or having to stop and throw up. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, yeah, I've definitely been just more aware. It do be some nights, you know, I might have a good time and be a little slizzard.
Yeah, you gotta be at home.
Yeah.
At the age now, for real, where if I'm gonna get towed up, I gotta be where I'm gonna lay my head. Like, for real. Yeah. Because being out, like you said, bro, not knowing where I was at that moment, who I was with, what I was doing, or who was around, what was going on, man. Hell no. Hell no. Well, I just really wanted to hit that while we're kind of transitioning, because it is very true. And I do feel like that is, at this big age that we at, for real, I do think that being drunk and all over the place and shit like that, I definitely think it's I'm gonna say sassy. but it's definitely some irresponsible shit as a grown ass man.
Yeah. No, for sure. And then me personally, bro, I already got a DUI. I'm not trying to get another one. In Tennessee, they don't play about that, bro. Yeah. I'm not trying to get another DUI. And then I got too much to lose, bro. I got too much going on. And back then, I ain't care, you know what I'm saying? I was waiting tables, you know what I'm saying? I really wasn't doing shit. But now, I got a whole business to run. You know what I'm saying? I got people that depend on me to come through and make sure they businesses help keep growing and shit like that, bro. What we got growing here, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got time to be getting caught up in no bullshit and, you know what I'm saying, just wasting my life away over some bullshit, for real.
Over a good time.
A good time.
Over a good time. What you got for us next, Big Jill?
Man, what I got. How do you balance the desire for success and achievement with the need for genuine connection and relationships in your life?
Man, fuck them relationships. No, I'm just playing. Nah, but for real, man, when you're on the path to be great, I was listening to a clip of LeBron on podcast too, and they're just talking about discipline and having to sacrifice relationships. And most people can't identify with that because they've never fully gave 100% of their self to something. Yeah. You ask the average adult right now when the last time they gave 100% to something, they probably can't tell you a time. All right, and being in a space to where you have to execute with the level of discipline that it takes to be great, you have to dismiss, you know what I mean, those relationships and shit sometimes. But you also have to find time to be fully present with those people too, because you need those people, and nobody wants to gain or obtain success and then be alone. You feel me? So the relationship that you do cherish and shit like that, that you do want to nurture and stuff like that, in the middle of the storm, and when I say the storm, that's just you chasing. I mean, that's you out here in pursuit of whatever it is that you're in pursuit of. Yeah. You have to take time away to be fully present with those people. And I mean, put the phone down, laptop down, the notepad down, the book down, everything. Yeah. Phone over there, and you just fully present with your people. Yeah. I mean, you engaging with them, you talking to them about what's going on in their life, letting them know you care. You're not just sitting there talking to them about the next step. Because, you know, when you chasing for real, and you hungry for something, that's it. It's literally all you can think about sometimes, you know what I mean? But they don't want to hear that shit. Yeah. They see you doing that, and they see that it's damn near consumed your life. So finding time to be completely and fully present with those people will go a long way. Even if you've been even if you've been working, grinding, whatever, you out there 12, 13 hours a day sometimes. I mean, that 30 minutes to an hour where you put that phone aside, you know what I mean, and you spend time with your loved one, your kid, your mom, your brother, sister, whoever the case may be for you. But taking time to be fully present, that's really it, man. But in the moment when you hunting, when you chasing, you can't be worried about losing those relationships. Yeah. You got to understand, too, that sometimes those people that you love and cherish the most sometimes going to feel like they pulling against you and they providing the most amount of friction for you to move forward. But it's because they want you in their life and they don't understand. But you got to understand that you're the visionary of this project. And it ain't their job to see it. But it is your job. It's your job to get it done. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that they can see the picture in the end. If you never get it done, you quit, then honestly you just abandon those relationships and you turn your back on that time with those people for nothing because you can't get it back. So the reward for them is your ass getting that shit done. You feel me? So you got to get that shit done, bro. That's the way I balance it. Find time to be present.
Man, bro.
And when I lock in, I got to lock the fuck in.
I feel like over this weekend, it helped me recognize a lot, just, you know what I'm saying, about where my life has came from and where it's going. And I never do anything for my birthday. I'm always working, and I really don't care to do anything for my birthday. And it got to the point like, you know, I was inviting everybody to come out, but right before I started inviting people, I was like, that sounds really cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, I'm like, I got work to do. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, just worried too much about spending the money and just doing stuff for my birthday. And then I was like, this is a chance for me to get everybody together in one place instead of having to run around and trying to see everybody and spend time with everybody. And it felt good, bro. It was like a moment that I got to sit and actually, of course, I feel like entrepreneurs and, you know what I'm saying, like business owners, we never really just at where we want to be.
Yeah.
But it gave me a chance to really just sit and feel my success that's already here. And you know what I'm saying, like what's to come, just everybody just bringing up old stories about what we used to do or where we had been, and just people just telling me they proud of me and they just recognizing the progress and acknowledging it. Like it was dope just to sit and just be in that moment with my people, with my family and my friends, bruh. And just having everybody around each other, even they was mingling with each other, you know what I'm saying? People that had never met each other, and it was just dope. Like just being able to have everybody around me at one time, you know what I'm saying, and just take a break from the chaos, bruh. And you know what I'm saying, like after that weekend was over, it was right back to it. But it was good just to take a moment. And I really didn't pick my phone up too much, bruh. Like, you know, I'm usually...
I ain't miss nothing either, though. That be the thing. Nigga be scared to take a break or take a second to look up and enjoy shit or take a second with your people. And then you take that little break, you get right back to it. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
You ain't fall no further behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit ain't no more pressing than what it was before. But we neglect that time so much, bro. Take that time, fam.
Yeah.
You gotta take that time. One of the biggest things I learned is like moving to Nashville, and then it got to a point to where I was barely going home, bro. And then like over a 2-year period, it was like the only time I was down there going home was for funerals.
Yeah.
And my mom set me down. She was like, this can't be the only time we starting to see each other,
For
basically.
real, bro.
She was like, people getting older, people growing. She was like, people growing up who could use your mentorship, your guidance back here too. So she was like, your family need them trips too, not just need you too, not just the family that I've built here in Nashville.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, you gotta take that time, bro.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
it. Like lock in, but then again, bro, you gotta put that shit to the side. Be totally present, bro, and show up for them with the same amount of effort and energy though that you trying to show up for this grind and do all this other shit too. You gotta be just as present, just as willing to make those sacrifices for them. Shit like that too, man. They gotta feel that love because they ain't gonna feel your presence.
Yeah.
And with the way people are now, bro, if they don't feel that love, people will turn on you. They get caught up in their own shit and think that it ain't love. When at the end of the day, I'm really just working on my shit.
Yeah.
Like I ain't no love been lost. I still love you literally the exact same. Probably a little bit more because I'm hoping that you understand my absence right now. But when they don't take it as a, well, fuck you. Like, nah.
Yeah.
You gotta apologize. Like, look, my bad. Like, for real. I understand. May feel like I ain't been there, and I haven't. All right, but tell me what you need from me, especially if you want that relationship to work. I mean, you still want that family member, that friend around. Like, set that pride aside, because too many times we'll get, I don't need your ass.
Right.
Like, well, shit, back to the grind. Nah, bro. Nah. Fix the relationships.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
What we got next, bro?
Man, let's see. Can you share a defining moment in your life where you had to truly embrace being vulnerable? And how did that experience shape your understanding of strength and resilience?
A time where I had to be open and vulnerable. I feel like I try to be that way all the time now. But I'm going to try to go back to, I'm going to say when maybe it first started and I started to view vulnerability as a strength. I say probably about a year after my goddad passed.
Yeah.
if you hang around me a lot, I talk around, like when it comes to manhood shit, I refer to books and my goddaddy a lot. So my goddad passed, I bottled up a lot of shit. I felt like I had a whole lot of questions I didn't get to ask, a whole bunch of shit that he basically told me, like, a lot of game he would give me as he felt like I was ready for it, and I felt like I got cut short a lot of it. And I also felt like my absence, was just talking about this, I was in college when my goddad passed, and I hadn't talked to him in a few months, man. And I knew that my mom had told me that he had got sick again and stuff like that. But I'm thinking, like, my goddad's Superman. Ain't worry about that shit.
Straight. Yeah.
Feel me? And he fucked around and passed on me, man. And I bottled it up for a very long time, bro. And then one of my exes, bro, just set me down, bro, because I think I was spiraling. I was making a lot of impulsive decisions. I was doing a lot of shit that just seemed out of character, bro. And I really just sat there and told her, I feel lost. You know what I mean? I was like, I feel like my goddad was my compass a little bit. And when he died, it was just like, I lost sense of direction a little bit. And having to find that shit again and having to be open and vulnerable about that moment, I cried like a baby, like for real. Because it's tough to admit that as a grown ass man, like, I wasn't no kid having this conversation. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm crying, like boohoo snot crying for real, and just because for real, I feel like I'm out here wandering with no direction, and the person who I wanted the direction from wasn't here no more. You feel me? So, and that was when, honestly, like, I started to, I'm gonna go back a little bit. After that conversation, it was like I felt the immediate, like, relief of the burden, though. You feel me? After all the crying and shit like that, the headache went away and all that shit from all that crying, man, I really felt the relief, and I started to view that, like, I gotta start getting these, like, that pent up emotions and shit out of me so that I can, one, identify it, and then two, start to work at myself through that shit instead of just continuing to throw dirt on it, you know what I mean, and trying to cover it up. So I would say that was the start of me viewing vulnerability as a strength, is admitting that, for real, man, I feel like I was lost for a while without real direction.
Yeah.
And then since then, bro, I try my best to be open and vulnerable with anybody, because it ain't that person's job to interpret my vulnerability for real. It's just me taking the opportunity to be honest with myself.
Yeah.
Because me not being myself, me not being vulnerable, me not being honest is too much of me, like, hiding from something or somebody, or me being afraid of how somebody will receive me. When, again, bro, that ain't my job to determine how you perceive me. It's my job to deliver me as fucking me. You know what I mean? And not try to spoon feed myself to somebody. So, yeah, bro. I try my best to be open and, like, for real. You taught as a kid, especially as a young boy, running from anything is a sign of weakness. So,
yeah,
running from your feelings, your emotions, and all that shit, it go the same.
Yeah.
It go the same. Like, for real. Damn, you brought something back up, for sure.
I feel like a lot of people try to relocate and try to get away from, the trauma that they've experienced in life and things like that. And even when I go back home to Virginia, it is certain triggers that, I might ride down the street or I might see somebody, you know what I'm saying? But I always felt like whatever you got with you, wherever you move to, it don't matter if you go to Miami Beach, if you go to LA, if you go to overseas, it don't matter. You're going to carry that with you. Yeah. So it's you got to really sit down and just really start dealing with that. And we've touched on the subject of healing before, but, like, really just healing. Like, really just healing for you to be able to have peace wherever you go. Like, for real.
Yeah. Somebody broke that shit down to me because I ain't gonna lie, when one of the times where my business was basically uprooted by outside influences, bro, I wanted to move so bad. But somebody gave me the perspective of it. They was like, for what? You gonna pack the same shit up with the same mindset and go to another city and do the same shit?
Yep.
They was like, and you ain't even completely closed this chapter here yet. And it really just gave me the perspective of, I get some people move because all environments ain't healthy for you to grow in.
Right.
Like sometimes you literally you need better people around you. It might be, you might fucking live in somewhere where the sun don't shine and that just ain't good for nobody. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get that sometimes you do need to put yourself in a better environment to grow. But if at any point you're moving to get away from something, like 9 times out of 10 you ain't dealt with it, and when you get there, you just gonna continue to deal with the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you packing the same luggage, doing the same things with yourself personally. You packing your same old self up and moving down there, and then unpacking the same shit, thinking that you're gonna be different because you're inside of a different four walls. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Shit ain't gonna change.
I feel like moving away from my hometown was definitely one of the best decisions that I've made. But I wasn't running. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't running from anything. I was just young and I wanted to experience more. And there really wasn't much going on in good old Lynchburg. So, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get away from there.
I think everybody should move away from home at least for a little while. Unless you just travel a whole lot. Some people have... If I grew up in Beverly Hills and I had the ability to travel everywhere and then move back to Beverly Hills, I probably would.
Yeah.
Feel me? So, but I think that most people don't have the ability to travel like that. So just moving away from your hometown, something like that, is also just a time to get to experience different people, food, different things. You know what I mean?
Culture.
See how people on other sides of the world walk, talk, handle business and shit like that. So get the fuck out of your hometown, bro.
Yeah.
At least. And then don't be afraid to go back and deliver them resources and that information to your hometown. A lot of people feel like because they went away and they had to grow their business with strangers, that's how it is most of the time. You start a business, your family ain't gonna be the reason why that bitch pop.
Right.
Like, you feel me? So you build a business with strangers and shit like that, and then you grow almost a resentment for the people in your hometown because y'all know me my whole life, but y'all ain't bought a fraction of my products. Y'all ain't paid for a fraction of my services. I'm literally surviving off of the support of strangers. So why the hell would I go back there? I mean, but don't deliver them resources, make those people believe, and then I feel like that's the disconnect. You build with strangers, and then you reconnect with home, and then you bring them audiences together in order to blast your business for real. But a lot of people be too prideful, I mean, or again, they hold their resentment towards the people back home, the family, friends, or old classmates, or whatever. Like, they hold that against them for not supporting, and they don't go back home and reconnect their business with their home base for real. Yeah. I want to talk about the direct relationship between health and wellness and sexual performance.
Okay.
And how basically, I'm just going to call it what it is, fat ass niggas think that they showing up to the bedroom with the same toolbox as somebody who is conditioning their body, you know what I mean? And shit like that. Like, and I ain't just talking about the size of your package either. For real.
Yeah.
I mean, but I really want to just kind of harp on that. Really as a harsh reality check. Call these niggas fat as hell too.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah. But, and then also just share perspective too. My own personal experience a little bit from niggas call it whiskey dick. When you got too much alcohol in you, you can't march. You feel me? But like, for real, being properly hydrated now, you know what I mean, and conditioning my body, it ain't I had to be passed out. Like, for real. I had to be like incapacitated, like, for my dick not to work. No homo, but like, for real. All right, there's just like, for real, getting guys to understand and prioritize health for real. I just want to, and I feel like the sexual touch to it is what it get niggas to pay attention more. Like for real, hit these honey pack niggas, like all of that shit.
Definitely was finna speak on that because I know too many of them niggas, and most of them got about 10 years under me.
No,
you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, you don't even understanding like what you doing to your body, to yourself. You know what I'm saying? To your sexual organs, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I've always just been the kind of person that I really don't fuck with the artificial shit too much. I mean, there's certain things that I'm a dibble and dabble in that, you know what I'm saying, ain't all the way natural, of course. But I am not popping no Blue Chews. I'm not popping no honey packs. Like, I'm not doing none of that, bruh. Number one, because it's not needed. I don't feel like I need that. I don't know why. I don't know what the reason is for other people to take it. I don't know if that is because they not getting hard or if it's
erectile dysfunction, bro. That is why they need that shit. I'm gonna call it what it is, bro. That is why they need that shit. People are not taking care of their body. They're not prioritizing their health, and then thinking that your dick is somehow a detachment from your overall health, man. It's the reason why a lot of y'all niggas out here giving women yeast infections and UTIs and shit like that. It's the reason why you gotta say shit to a woman like, get it up for me. like for real, bro. It's guys be young as hell, man, and working in clubs before. And working security and stuff like that. You hear a lot of locker room conversations type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Men, as they call it, men, guys, boys will be boys.
Yeah.
All right, they talking about what they gonna do and shit like that. And I'm like, and too many times, dude, I hear they talking about a honey pack and some Taylor Port or some Hennessy or something like that, talking about they about to go check somebody back out. And I'm like, man, give me a mango and some coconut water. We finna go here, right? Like for real, but not even that we need that though, because that shit is already in us, bro. It's just that niggas need to really start to condition and prioritize their health. If you need a honey pack in your 20s, bro, I feel so bad for you when you turn 40.
Yeah.
Shit like that, man.
Yeah. I feel like the honey packs, what's the correct word? I feel like it causes more of the ED situation.
Like without it basically hooks your body to a need for it type shit.
Yeah.
To where, like without it, potentially, I ain't never took one, and I ain't did enough research on them to know. But I do know that it's not natural, and I do know that y'all niggas too young to be needing a honey pack. Like for real.
Yeah. Bro.
And especially like the fat ass niggas who like big boy season and shit like that. And I get, man, I know some big guys who are in shape, but let's call it what it is. Them niggas probably somewhere playing professional ball. Your fat ass ain't conditioned to do nothing but put a fork to your mouth, like for real. And over time, man, it is gonna wear on you for real. And I feel like I told you just a few seconds ago, but like the only way to get most men to start to prioritize their health and wellness and conditioning their bodies and shit like that is to really make them draw that direct connection to their sexual performance, to their overall health, bro. Talking to bro Marco and just like with all the weight that he's lost, you know what I mean, the mobility that he's gained, you know what I mean, from taking stretching and stuff like that, a whole lot more serious, bro. And like just having like for real dialogue about like, nah, bro, I thought that I was doing something. Now it's just like like for real, bro, your body is good. That you can make for real, you can fully erect, make that motherfucker spit, and then literally go right back to work with no enhancements, bro. But that is literally you taking care of your body.
I was gonna say I was at my worst when I was big, bro. Yeah. When I was over 200 pounds, I was at my worst sexually, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it it wasn't just the sex, it was the confidence, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? Looking at myself in the mirror and being like, damn, like, I'm a fat ass nigga, like, for real, bruh.
You look down, can't see your dick. Like, or you just see a piece of that motherfucker. Yeah, man, at the right over your stomach, man. Come on, man, that bullshit.
Nah, I wasn't eating good.
Yeah.
I was in Atlanta eating that fried rice. And you know what I'm saying? Them big ass plates, bruh.
Yeah.
I was eating a lot of Taco Bell. I was eating a lot of bullshit, bruh. And it just wasn't. I wasn't performing like I should, bruh. I was over 200 pounds, damn near 210, bruh. And it just wasn't a good situation.
No, for real.
But since I been back running and eating right, and I be eating salads. I'm still shocked at myself eating salads, bruh. Like, I've never ate salads in my fucking life, bruh. Fuck no, bruh.
I always loved the
I'm one of them plain ass cheeseburger niggas. Give me some cheese and ketchup on my shit, nigga. Now I put that lettuce on there, onion.
Give me a couple of veggies on there, baby.
Yeah.
Nah, for
Nah,
real,
bruh.
man.
Definitely eating better. Hey, if y'all don't know about that coconut water, he said something there. Nah, for real, that coconut water get you right. For
Coconut
real,
water,
bruh.
mango,
Watermelon.
secret formula. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta take care of that body though, bro.
No, for
Like,
sure.
it is.
And stop thinking it's corny and sassy to eat vegetables and drink fruit juices and like
Water.
somebody said it's sassy for a man to go to a restaurant and get a salad. I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, if I'm not trying to eat no heavy ass meal, bruh, I'ma get me a salad.
That sounds like a woman who does fine dining only. Who made that comment?
Nah, most definitely.
Yeah, she wants you to eat steak and mash every time you eat. You know what I mean? For real.
I enjoy a good salad now.
Sound like a woman who barely drink water.
Nah, for real.
Water nasty. I know what that thing
Piss
smell
yellow
like.
as hell, bro.
No, for real, man. You can. I wouldn't. That shit so. What they saying? That shit so low vibrational.
Yeah. Nah, for real.
Nah, for real, man. I need some substance. I need my food to have some type of nutritional value so that like I can perform. And then also that food, man, what you're putting in your body, like sometimes it's literally a depressant.
Nah,
It's a reason why you feel down, you feel sluggish. And it's a reason why when you eat fruit, salads and shit like that, you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more upbeat. Unless you just overeat and then again you just a fat ass. You know what I mean? But for real, man, you wanna eat food that has life in it. I mean, most of the time. And fellas, bro, get outside, start to condition that heart. All right, you know what I mean? Start to condition your body for real in order, you know what I mean, to last you long term. Stop thinking that you just got time, bro, for real.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas, like, for real, bro, you'd be surprised how many people our age and younger who are seriously dealing with erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's strictly off of the fact that they trying to kill us over here in America with this food, but
Yeah.
you know, it's the reason why half of our shit is illegal or slapped with a warning label as big as my jacket. I mean, when they gotta sell it, when they sell it overseas or something like that. So gotta prioritize it, dog.
Another thing real quick too. Just because it's vegan doesn't mean that it's healthy.
Man, say that.
You know, it's okay. And we all do. I'll give me an Impossible Burger, you know what I'm saying? Might eat some, you know what I'm saying, vegan steak bites or something, you know what I'm saying? But like, just don't take in too much soy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still processed, bro. Yeah. So it's like, and going back to people not being aware, they just think because it says vegan that it's healthy, and not all the time is healthy. So start paying attention to that shit. Get you some more natural, some real vegetables and fruit, and put that in your body. Things that come from the earth, nutrients, vitamins, and really get that in your body. That's what we need. That's what we want. Put them sodas down for a little bit. Drink you some water. Drink you some spring water.
Good.
I don't give a fuck how bad y'all be talking about Deer Park. It's spring water. You ain't got to drink purified water all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then my boy, D. Lenz, actually put me on game because some of these labels say spring water and not natural spring water.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pay attention to that at first. But when I looked on the back of the bottle that just said spring water, it had some extra shit in there.
Yeah.
Compared to the ones that said natural spring water. So just start paying more attention. Pay attention to the labels. The labels tell you everything.
Just pay a fucking attention.
I swear, the labels tell you everything, bro.
But they be using them big ass words that we don't fucking know, bro. You gotta Google the. You gotta Google the label half the time. A rule of thumb is if the shit wasn't around when you was a kid, it probably ain't good for you, and it's probably being made somewhere in the lab.
Yeah,
like for real. And it's literally poisonous, man. Poisoning us, like for real. But yeah, I definitely want to hit that. I appreciate y'all tuning in to my TED Talk about erectile dysfunction. I hope you niggas really tune in and get your shit together.
For real. Get it together, cause these women, they zapping themselves with these roses.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? They feel like they don't need us no more. So, you know what I'm saying? Get your shit together, bruh. Had to get my shit together.
The epidemic is crazy.
I was a fat ass nigga. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. But I seen the post about a day or two ago where this girl said, that rose ain't rosing like it used to do. I need something else. And it's like, you zapping yourself numb.
That is it. That's literally it. Like, you're taking the feeling out that thing, man. And then when it come to intercourse, it's gonna be twice as hard for that man to actually please you. You feel me?
For sure.
Like, he gonna have to penetrate, play DJ on the clip, which should be standard sometimes. But hey,
right?
You know what I mean, but like for real, like then, like for real, you got to turn into a magician. Like, you got to do so much in order to get that woman to that point, because for real, she done zapped the feeling out that thing. So, fellas, get back to it, man. You know what I mean? We gotta get back to it. We gotta get back to showing up with that ride. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. Most definitely got to.
Yeah, man.
Work on yourself. I had to. And it's much better on this side. For real. I swear.
How do you differentiate between pivoting and quitting?
This is a good subject. When I was in Atlanta, Pastor hit on this, and this is where I, you know what I'm saying, really just started digging deep and thinking about that question, because it's been plenty of times to where I was ready to just give up as far as like media work. You know what I'm saying? Like I've said before, I literally had everything. I had pictures for all my equipment. I had descriptions written up, and if I would have gave up, I know I probably wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, in the position I am now. But you got to learn to embrace the journey and embrace the struggle that comes with it, because it is going to be a struggle. Just being an entrepreneur, just chasing after your dreams, working on achieving your goals is going to come with some struggles. You're going to have some highs and some lows, and sometimes them lows hit hard, and it'd be a lot to handle. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be hard trying to get back on track sometimes, and you just want to be done with it. You know what I'm saying? You lose relationships with people, your finances be up and down, and it just be a lot. But at the same time, you got to understand when you've had a shift in your life to where you're not on the same wavelength that you used to be.
Yeah.
Like even when I was bartending, bro, like I made great money. You know what I'm saying? Working 3 days a week.
Just probably could.
Just good, bro. But being in that environment was bad for me. Like I was drinking a lot. Like I said, I already got a DUI that came from back then when I was bartending. You know what I'm saying? And I had to understand and really just sit back and reflect and be like, okay, even though the money is good, this environment isn't. And I had to get up out of there and figure out something else. And you just got to understand when you on a different wavelength, when you having a mindset shift, when things ain't really just, it's levels. There's levels in life, you know what I'm saying? And as you reach new levels, you got to, like you said, share some things. And so sometimes we do feel like we giving up. And we've been taught since we was young, don't give up, don't quit, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to let some things go to get to where you want to be. But if it's helping you, like if you got a passion for something, if it's really like helping you become successful, if it's helping you take care of your family, you know what I'm saying, then, you know what I'm saying, stick with it as much as you can. If it's really your passion, I say this, understand your purpose. If it don't align with your purpose, let it go.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
So I don't believe that your purpose has to be your income.
Okay.
I don't, you know what I mean? I believe that I can go make $1 million doing some shit that I don't give a fuck about.
No,
seriously. And it will take care of everything. And I can literally use that money to go dive into and pour into my purpose. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, let's just say I want to coach, but I also want to make sure that my family is straight. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go to the league and coach. I don't want to coach in college. I want to hit kids where they are, right? You know what I mean, and those type of guys, most of the time, they don't make a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
From being honest, most of the time, they either stipend or volunteer. Feel me? So I believe that you should discover your purpose. I believe that you should discover what it is that you're passionate about, and those two things aren't always the same thing too.
True.
Right? People misconstrue those two things.
Yeah.
They confuse purpose, you know what I mean, and passion.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then also how I decide to make money. These are all three totally different things to me. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And I feel like people fuck up when they try to make all three of them into one.
I mean?
It's the reason why people can't keep a job.
Yeah. It's
the reason why people are so unhappy with work and with the work that they're doing. Like for real, when at the end of the day, the money is a tool. And I think that we forget that. And it's most of the times because people are in survival mode, and I get it. Mm-hmm. But the money is a tool, for real. What are you going to do with this tool, though? Am I going to use it to... I could be passionate about traveling.
Yeah.
For me to go travel the world, you know what I mean? Or am I going to use it... My purpose, I feel like my purpose is to give back, to start a school or some shit like that. All right, cool. Am I going to use this money to go into that? But... a lot of people be like, I'm not passionate about that. I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, do you know people making $250,000 doing that? Are you stupid?
Yeah.
Like, for real. So, that's what I'm always play devil's advocate to that because I was like that for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, especially being an entrepreneur, I'm like, I want to do something that I enjoy. Mm-hmm. Like, now, shit, I want to learn about something that's going to make me some money. And I want to use that money to pour into things that I do enjoy, that I am passionate about. And I do operate within my purpose, but my purpose is not tied to the way I attain money. You know what I mean? You feel me? So.
No, I totally agree with you on that. Because just to keep it a buck, and I know it might be some shooters out there that relate, but I don't really have the passion like I used to as far as media work. I really don't love it like I used to, but it's a skill that I've developed over time that brings me money to where I'm able to take care of myself and things that need to get done. So it's like, I don't feel like that is my purpose. I don't want to dig too deep into that right now, but I feel like it is a way for me to get my finances together, which, like you said, is a tool to get where I need to be, to do what I want to do what I really want to do, for sure. Yeah. But no, I agree with you on that, bro. I'm trying to think. Pivoting and quitting.
Yeah.
So how do you decide? Like,
So for me, I'm gonna go back and look, and I'm seeing the exact chapter that I read. But the way I differentiate between quitting and pivoting is how involved was I in this journey while I was involved in it. All right, how hard did I go with it, and how do I feel about it now? Like, cause I know me. I want to master, or at least some degree of mastery in everything that I do. That's the reason why when I decided to get active and involved with firearms and self-defense, I took it to the highest level of mastery that I felt like I wanted. You feel me? Like, and when I went into those classes and shit like that, I made sure that I finished top 2 in every class that I took. Feel me? So, but now, like, do I feel like I'm passionate about it or it's my purpose? No.
Yeah.
But I have the skill set,
Yeah.
feel me? And I can still help somebody and pass it along. I can pass the information along. I can train people. So, in trading, you know what I mean? There's a degree, certain level of mastery, you know what I mean? You want with that. And fitness, and there's a certificate that basically says that you have a certain level of mastery with that. So, but I'm gonna compress that all the way down. We damn near can chop all of it. But to compress that answer down from differentiating between quitting and pivoting, how hard did I go at that shit? Did I put my all into that shit? And like, in putting my all into that shit, how do I feel about it now? Do I feel like it's time for me to dissolve myself of it? Do I want to go to another higher level of mastery in this lane? Or do I feel like it's time for me to go ahead and actually pivot? But before you pivot, you have to make sure that before I leave this lane, I'm not leaving any ill karma behind. Like, before I dissolve this business, am I putting anybody in a bad spot? Before I stop, in your case, before I put this camera down, all right, I got this contract with this person. I can't just say fuck them, so I got to make sure that they have another suitable, you know what I mean, shooter lined up for them, you know what I mean? So, right. Pivoting for me is big on making sure that I don't have any karma left behind when I'm leaving this area of my life. Yeah. And then also making sure that I actually gave this a chance to work for me. Yeah. And pivoting don't mean that this shit didn't work. It just means that I'm done with it. You know what I mean? Quitting means that your ass didn't work. You know what I mean? And that you feel like you can go find an easier or a better way to get what it is that you say you want. Yeah. You feel me? Mic drop. I don't want to overtalk there because I know it can get long, but yeah. Pivoting your ass, like you gave it everything you got. Yeah. You feel me? You made sure that your people straight, you leaving it, and you felt like you did what you had to do in that line. I feel like pivoting is like retiring. You know what I mean? Okay. I feel like pivoting is like retiring for something. I did what I was supposed to. I spent the right amount of time there. I was good. Let me collect my shit and go. Quitting is quitting.
I feel like also with pivoting too, I was in some spaces that I wasn't really enjoying as far as media-wise. I had to understand where I had the most impact in and the most fun in to really get that, I guess you could say, get that love back for what I was doing. Because I was doing a lot of nightlife and I was doing a lot of music videos. And I got tired of holding my camera up and having people pointing guns at me while I'm trying to shoot a music video, and I just didn't want to be.
Make sure all of these are unloaded guys.
Nah, for real.
Cause y'all ain't got no trigger discipline. Everybody.
Nah, for real, bro.
Nah, I know.
Like literally in an email, make sure all of these guns are unloaded. Talk to him right before the shoot. As we're shooting, he cocks it and a bullet flies out, and I'm like, yo, stop that whole shit, bro. Like, bro, let me holler at you real quick. Like, I told you, bro.
No, for
Like,
what are you doing?
like I'm doing the job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have easily been gone if you wasn't handling that shit right. You know what I'm saying? So it was like just being in that space really made me just be like, I don't like this. And so I had to figure out, okay, what else can I do with this gift that's going to keep me going? You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started gravitating to mentors, entrepreneurs, coaches. Like, I just like being in that space, just gaining that information, like just being in these doors that I never would expect it, in these events, in these masterminds, getting all this information. I love it.
Camera really is your key to those doors in those rooms. You feel me? That's dope. That's really, really dope.
For sure, bro. Hell yeah. But nah, quitting and pivoting. Understand the difference, for sure.
Big difference, man.
Yeah, yeah.